So, good afternoon, Tabletop Baseball Plus subscribers and viewers. I realize that my camera is a little strange for the fact that I'm sitting where I'm sitting. So let me see if I can adjust. Yeah, so I'm getting on here to play Game 3 of this 4-game Mets-Phillies series. The Phillies being the home team. So a little update here on the Phillies 2008 season. They're actually on an 8-game winning streak, which is quite remarkable. Seems like about the time that my frustration level hit its highest mark. Maybe if you want to equate that to the manager blowing a gasket in the room or something, I don't know. But the team has responded, so they've won 9 of 11 and 8 in a row. So they're now 4 games over 500 at 46 and 42, and have passed the Mets in the standings actually. So that obviously they've won games 1 and 2 of this series. This is going to be significantly more difficult. So this is going to be Oliver Perez on the mound for the Mets, facing Kyle Kendrick for the Phillies. Seems to me like a bit of a mismatch. We're going to have to play it out, though, and I need some therapy from what I knew was going to be a rough game. I am not too broken up about it. I knew the Bills would struggle against New England, but, you watch, you hope. When it doesn't work out, that's all right. So it's going to take me a second here to set up. I want to try and see if I can get this set up to the point where it used to be. So I got to do a little bit of tinkering, but I'll be right back with the game. So just sit tight for a minute or so, and we'll be back with Game 3 of Mets at Phillies here on the Tabletop Baseball Plus channel, bringing you the 2008 Phillies as played Super Advanced Replay. Okay, so yes, now I'm in position here. I think I'm going to be in good shape for this. Just took a second. I apologize for the delay, but I was really unhappy the last time, and I didn't have a chance to reset it before. So, thanks for your patience and hanging around here while I am. Let's see. Hello, everybody. It's been a while. Let's go. I do remember, Henry. How are you doing? James Shepard. Well, we got a bunch of comments in here. Did I go to change out of the Bills jersey? No, unfortunately. It's laundry day. No, just kidding. It's not laundry day. I'm just a glutton for punishment, I guess. I don't know. Go ahead. Make fun. I guess I deserve it for being a diehard fan of a team that doesn't ever get any better and doesn't get too many calls, and I don't know. But that's well, hopefully Gronkowski gets tossed for the next game, because what he did today was abhorrent and should get at least a suspension and a fine, if not. Well, that's about the most you can get, is a suspension and a fine, but it'd really be nice if somebody would clean his clock for once. But so this is a day game here, so let's see what the weather's like in Philly, and it's going to be right at the end range of good weather, so the offense should be at its high water mark. So that means on singles, 11 for lefty hitters, an 8 for righty hitters. So that means 1 to 11 is a single when we have a ballpark single for lefties, and 1 to 8 for righties, and then 1 to 17 for either handed hitter. And so, Iron. Did I start up with the wrong thing? No, that's Iron Gamer. No, this is still mine. Wow. I guess, yeah. So, well, anyway, that's, it's fine. Anyway, so, yeah, we're doing a little therapy here for a typical Sunday against the New England Patriots. So, the Mets will be sending, as their lineup, Jose Reyes at short, Endy Chavez in right, David Wright at third base, Carlos Beltran in center, Carlos Delgado first base, Damian Easley second, Marlon Anderson, former Philly, in left, Brian Schneider catching, and Ali Perez on the mound, the lefty. He is very good in this season, so we'll see if the Phillies can have any good fortune against him. And for the Phillies, it's Kyle Kendrick, who is getting the nod here, and I will try and give you guys some statistical information. Sorry, I was trying to do my best Sylvester the Cat impression. It's not working. Kyle Kendrick, 3 wins, 6 losses, 5.34 ERA. Not so hot, but really not all that different from real life. So for the Mets, they lead off with Jose Reyes. He has a .330 batting average, 11 home runs, 36 runs batted in, 26 doubles, and 28 stolen bases so far. And he will lead off against Kendrick. Kendrick not good at holding runners. Ruiz behind the plate for the Phillies has a slightly better arm than normal. And here we go. And that's a 4-9. Batting from the left, that will be a long fly ball, and it will be moved underneath by Pat the Bat Burrell, and he will make the catch for out number 1 as Kendrick retires Jose Reyes. Endy Chavez, the left-hander, with 1 out. And against a righty, that'll be a grounder to Utley. Utley takes his time, makes the throw, and just gets Chavez by a step. 2 outs, and here is third baseman David Wright. Always a danger at the plate. And a 1-7 means he's going to hit it on the ground to Jimmy Rollins, and Rollins throws to first And Howard makes the play. 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Kendrick. Sets him down in order, and we'll go to the bottom of the first with no score. Okay, so let's give you the dirt here on Ollie Perez. He is currently 11 wins, 2 losses in this season, 271 earned run average. He's thrown, 97 strikeouts and 58 walks, giving up 9 home runs, 35 runs, 34 of them earned in 113 innings pitched. So that's the skinny on Ollie. And for the Phillies, their lineup goes a little differently when they're going up against a tough lefty. They start their lineup with Jason Worth in right. Then it'll be Chase Utley at second, Jimmy Rollins at short, then Ryan Howard at first. Pat Burrell, the left fielder. At third will be Pedro Feliz. Shane Victorino down the lineup in 7th batting order. Playing in center, and we got Carlos Ruiz catching, and Kyle Kendrick on the mound, as we already mentioned. So here is Worth. Jason Worth, he is hitting 254 on the season with 9 dingers and 22 runs batted in. Probably a little behind schedule for him, 2.5, and against a lefty, he'll need a 1-6 to get a double. Otherwise, it will be a fly ball to center for the first out. And it's a 12. It goes off the page, but that'll be a fly out for out number 1. Hold on, I forgot to make some lines so that I can keep things. To quote the Offspring, you gotta keep them separated. There we go. That'll help. Give me a little headache there. So now it'll be Chase Utley after the fly ball caught by Carlos Beltran in center. Here is Utley, and he will hit it. Try to hit it up the middle. Will Reyes be able to dive and stop it? 1-7 single, and it's a 1. That'll be getting through there for Utley, and he will take first, make the round of the bag, but will head his way back. So Perez, moderate hold guy. He holds runners on at a -1 clip. You got Schneider, who's a -1 arms. So all in all, you subtract 4 from a good lead. Utley starts off at a 19, so he'd be 1-15 if he can roll a 5 on the 2 red dice, and he gets a 9, so he's gonna go nowhere. Jimmy Rollins, we could think about. Think about the old hit and run with 1 out. That's not such a great option, and Rollins isn't so bad. He's kind of quick, so let's not worry about hitting and running. Batting from the right, that'll be a 4-5, and he is going to swing and miss for out number 2. And Utley doesn't have a good second steal number, so it'll be Ryan Howard with a runner at first and 2 outs. And against the lefty, 5-11 ballpark single, 1-11 for lefties, and that's a 10. That will be a single. Utley will have to hold up at second base, and they got 2 aboard with 2 outs. And Pat Burrell, the masher from the right side of the plate, with 2 outs, can he get a hold of one here against Ollie Perez? And it's a 1-9, and he is going to swing and miss, and that will end the inning. So 2 strikeouts for Perez in this inning. Phillies get 2 hits, but can't plate either of them, and we'll go to the top of the second with no score. Let me just go through here. Utley, 303 average with 18 home runs, 66 runs batted in. I believe he is leading the league in that. I'll just run down the guys who have hit because I kind of forgot. Jimmy Rollins, 297 average. 3 home runs, 29 runs batted in. He has 18 doubles and 19 stolen bases. You got Ryan Howard, 257 average, 26 home runs, 56 runs batted in. He's not hitting well for average, but he's got his share of home runs thus far. And Pat Burrell, he has cooled off a little bit as far as the power goes, but 236, 21 home runs, 54 runs batted in. And I'm going to cut back over to the Mets side of things. I'll mention Andy Chavez, Mets. So if anybody's watching who is a Mets fan, Andy Chavez, 297 average, so hitting pretty well. He obviously doesn't hit for much power. 21 runs batted in, 8 doubles, a triple to his name. And then you got David Wright, who only hitting 246, 16 round trippers, 51 RBIs. And we're going to lead off the second here with Carlos Beltran. Beltran batting 262, 18 homers, 47 runs batted in. Here we go. And that's going to be a grounder to third. Pedro Feliz has to charge it, makes the throw in time. 1 out. And the big cat, Carlos Delgado, going to be a lefty-righty matchup here for Kyle Kendrick. And 1 to 11 double chance for the big cat. And it's going to be a 4, so he will reach second. As it goes into the corner, he's just going to lumber around there and hold up at second. Damian Easley. See if he can work some kind of a hit here. 6'4" righty, catcher X. Ruiz, a 2E2. 2 and a 6. Let's check that out. Potential passed ball. Let's see about errors. No error. We're not worried about an error. So it's going to be off of Kendrick's wild pitch number. Need a 1 to 4 for a passed ball here. It's an 8, so no passed ball. That will be a pop out to the catcher. And that's 2 outs. Marlon Anderson with Delgado at second. Looking to break through here. 5-6. And that's going to go to the wall, into the gap. That's going to be a double for Marlon Anderson. And around to score will come Carlos Delgado. And a 1-0 lead for the Mets. Brian Schneider, always a Phillies killer, with 2 outs. And Anderson, 180 feet from home. Can he do it again? 3-8. No, he's going to swing and miss, and that will end the inning. But 1 run for the Mets. On 2 hits, 2 doubles. Kendrick concedes a run there, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. All right, so let me just go ahead and talk through the rest of the Mets lineup here. I didn't mention anybody else. Delgado, power guy, 19 homers, 56 runs batted in. I think that's pretty close runs batted into Howard. 252 average. Easily not the greatest. 257. He's not hitting for power much. Marlon Anderson, 118. He helps his average out there, so he's gets his 10th hit of the season on 77 at bats. And then Brian Schneider, 242 with 4 homers. Let's see, do I have Ali Perez? I have to actually click on his profile to get his batting stuff. He's 103 average, 3 hits. So, all right, we'll switch to the Phillies side of things here. And then once I get done with the Phillies, round out the Phillies order, I'll probably go to the chat window and see what y'all are doing. So Pedro Feliz, bottom of the second against Perez. Perez already with a lead. 4-5. I think that was a strikeout, and it is. So this time he goes down looking. Shane Victorino. And against a righty, that will be another strikeout for Perez. That is his 4th on the day on the 6-8. And that'll bring up Chooch. Chooch is hitting 241. He has 2 home runs and 15 runs batted in. And against a righty, that'll be another strikeout. Perez strikes out the side, and Phillies go down in order. Victorino is hitting 300 with... he does have 12 home runs. He's been hitting for some power. 44 runs batted in. Pedro Feliz, didn't mention him. He has 6 homers, 35 runs batted in, and a 239 average. We'll talk about Kendrick's batting stuff. 174, 4 hits. And he does have 6 sacrifices. But all right, so I think that rounds out the orders. I'm going to go to the chat window. So, okay, let's see. Ordering pizza. Ken's getting pizza. Thanks, James. I'm Oh boy, this is actually running all the way back. Okay, so I think we're caught up here. Comfort food. I need some comfort food because my Sunday viewing pleasure was not such a pleasure. Sorry, sound like I'm complaining, but you kind of reserve yourself or resign yourself. That's the word I was looking for. Resign yourself to the fact that the Bills are not going to have a good day against the Patriots. I thought they had a pretty decent day, but they don't have a quarterback. It doesn't really help. All right, so Perez, a lefty, 6'9". Well, he's going to walk. That's not a good start for Kendrick. Jose Reyes. They're going to let him swing away against the righty here. And a 111, that's a good call. It's going to be, since he's batting from the left, 1-11 ballpark single chance. Is it going to sneak through? It does. That will be a single, and now first and second, nobody out. And that will bring up Endy Chavez. Could burn an out here, and I think they will. They're going to try and sacrifice. They're not going to expect it, so it's going to be an A. Oh. That always seems to happen once a game, and now the trouble is finding the dang die. There it is. 12. That's not going to help anybody. Well, it's a 1 and 2, so he'll go ahead and swing away now. Oh, potential wild pitch, 1-4. As I jacked up the... So 1-4, no wild pitch. Here we go. 1 and 2, and a 1-6, and that is going to be a single, and that's going to score a run as Perez will come around to score, and the Mets take a 2-0 lead, looking to stop this winning streak for the Phillies. David Wright, first and third, nobody out. And that's a 2-6. That's more trouble for Kendrick. 1-4 double. And it's an 18. That'll be a single. In comes Reyes, 3-0. And that, let me double check. Yeah, that's a 2-star. So that's a 3-0. And the Carlos Beltran, the first of the Carlos twins. First and third again. The Phillies will be playing with the corners in. They're going to come home if it comes to third or first. They'll let the run score if they can get a double play out of this. So here we go. Carlos Beltran, 1-7. That's a strikeout. That's a good result. Now they can play. They will continue to play that way with the big cat up, looking for the grounder A to the shortstop or second baseman. First and third, 1 out. Still the corners are in. 1-3, and that's going to load the bases on a walk, and Kendrick is struggling now. Here comes Damian Easley. Chance to rip this game wide open. It's already somewhat open, 3-0 here in the top of the third, but he could really put an end to Kendrick's day here if and that is going to be a ground ball to short as they have the middle back. That's going to be a double play ball, 6-4-3. Utley successfully turns the double play, and it gets him in time at first. And that will be it for the Mets in the top of the third. They do get 2 runs, but could have had more. And a timely grounder to Jimmy Rollins helps them out there. Watching College Bowl Selection Show. Let's see. Have they decided yet? I'm assuming it's going to be Alabama, but instead of Ohio State. At least I hope so. But knowing the way that they like it, I mean, I guess the one downside of Alabama getting in is that then you have two SEC teams in there instead of bringing in a Big Ten, so then you kind of have 4 different conferences represented. But okay, Kyle Kendrick against Perez here. This is turning into a rough outing for Kendrick, and that will be a strikeout. That's 5 strikeouts in a row for Perez. He is dealing today. Jason Worth, top of the order. Against a righty, 4-8. Well, this is not going to be a strikeout. 1-5 single chance. And it's a 6. That's going to be a liner right at easily for the second out. And here is Chase Utley. And he is going to strike out. Wait, no, he's going to ground it to second. Now, let me see. I think I just messed something up here because... No, I was right. I was right. Chase Utley on the 1-7. That'll be a grounder to easily, and he makes the play. 1-2-3 inning for the Mets. Mets have a pretty good record against the Phillies this year. So far, they've lost the last 2, but, this game looks like they're... And, I mean, this is a favorable pitching matchup for them by far. Here is Marlon Anderson against Kendrick. And that's going to be a grounder to short. Rollins makes the throw and retires Anderson. I have not heard yet. No. Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Alabama. Okay. All right. Okay, good. So Brian Schneider, 5'6" lefty. That's going to be another double for a Met. 5'6" has been hit a couple times here, and the Phillies are going to have to start thinking about some bullpen help here. Perez, a C bunter with a runner at second. They're just going to go ahead and let him swing away. That is a 20 on the D20, so 5-3 against a lefty, grounder to second A. That will move the runner up, correct? Yeah. So, as good as a bunt. And that'll bring up Jose Reyes with Schneider at third base and 2 outs. Here is Jose Reyes. And the pitch, and he strikes out. So Kendrick has a nice pitch there to get out of that inning unscathed. So still 3-0 Mets going to the bottom of the 4th. Phillies need some action here, and they've been held pretty much in check by the Mets. Here is Jimmy Rollins. Against righty, 4-7, he will draw a walk. Let's see. Rollins is going to try to get a lead here and see if he can take second. 7, he won't be able to do that. So it'll bring up Ryan Howard. And that's going to be a strikeout. 1 down. Pat the bat. That 2 would have been good here, but... And against a righty, 5-3 fly ball to left. The left fielder is Marlon Anderson. He's a 4 E18, so chance for some action here for the Phillies. A 4 range and a 20, so he's going to get to it. That would be an F3, so it's shallow. Just a matter of whether he is able to cleanly field it. And a 9. Let's see. 18 and 9. And he is able to make the play. Retreating will be Rollins, and that's 2 outs. And it'll be Pedro Feliz. And let's see. Rollins a 14. -2 and then -4. So minus 14, minus 1 to 8 chance. Well, they're going to go ahead and let Feliz hit. They're going to tell Rollins to hold tight. 5-8 against a righty, walk. So that will move the runner up. And that will bring up Shane Victorino with 2 on and 2 out. Another chance for the Phillies with runner in scoring position. See if they can capitalize this time. And it's a 6-10. And against a right-hander, that is another strikeout for Perez. He's picking up about 2 an inning. And that is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 so far in the game. No runs, no hits, 2 left. McAllister coming in with the Go Mets. Mike, I don't think they need your help in this game. They've got Kyle Kendrick as the opposing pitcher. Here's Andy Chavez. 2-3. That'll be a tall pop that's going to be in foul territory over is Carlos Ruiz, and he'll make the catch. David Wright. And that's going to be a ballpark home run chance, 1-17. This one is long drive, way back, and it stays in the park. This one is caught at the wall on a 19. That is going to be a long, loud out for the Mets, and that's 2 outs. So Kendrick catches a break there. Beltran, that's going to be a fly ball to right. Underneath it, Worth, he grabs it. 1-2-3 inning for Kendrick. Kind of season things up a little bit, and that's probably going to be it for him. He is the next to bat in the lineup, so... The Phillies will get Clay Condrey warming up in the pen. And it'll be Carlos Ruiz leading off here against Perez. And against a righty of 4-8, another 1-5 single chance. It's a 16. That will be a line out to second as Easley catches it. And so Kendrick's gone. It's going to be, their right-handed bats are few and far between. It's going to be Eric Bruntlett. Kind of early in the game to be having a pinch hit, but with Kendrick struggling here today, so 5-9 for a righty. He's weak power though, so that's a 1-10 single, 11-20 double. That'll be a single, or that'll be a double actually. That's a 16 on a 11-20. So a double for Bruntlett. So that's something to potentially hang your hat on. Let's leave him there in case we want to double switch. We'll see. Jason Worth at the plate. 1 on and 1 out. 6-4 against a righty. Grounder to short. Not going to be able to move the runner up. Jose Reyes, a 2. E18. Not holding Bruntlett. Or are they? Yeah, we're going to say they're not at second base. He's not much of a threat to steal. I mean, he is a threat to steal most times, but I don't think... What's his second number? 13. I'm going to say because I said he isn't that he's not. So a 2. Because if I had said he was, that would actually be a hit. But I'm going to say no, so that's a G3. The runner will be able to advance as long as the E18 doesn't snap. And it won't, so... That will move the runner to third on the 6-3 putout, but 2 outs now. Chase Utley and a runner at third. 5-8 against a lefty. That's a strikeout, and that will end the inning. So some hard luck for the Phillies. They haven't been getting recently, so let's see. They're not going to leave Bruntlett in the game. That's faux show. And Kendrick is done, so they're going to have Condrey come in and pitch the 6th and probably the 7th. So Delgado against a righty. That's a walk. Not a good start for Condrey. Damian Easley. And that's going to be 1-10 triple. It's a 19. That'll be a single, and Delgado will move up. So the Phillies are going to have to play with the infield in here with a 3-0 deficit. And runners at the corners and nobody out. Here's Marlon Anderson. 2-10, that's a grounder to pitcher B. I got to look at the result chart here on the first and third infield in. Infield in first and third, 8. That means batter out, runner holds at third, runner on first advances to second. So that'll be a 7. That's going to be 1-3. Looks the runner back. So now Schneider at the plate. 1 out. He, again, is a Phillies killer. Going to go ahead and pitch to him here. 1-8, and that is a single. That's going to score a run. Maybe we should have... and easily, let's see, with 1 out, he's going to hold up. Makes it 4-0. Pitcher spot, Perez will be swinging away here. He's not ready to come out yet. No, that's a 2, so... we roll this, and that tells us it's a potential balk. Condrey doesn't have a balk number. Again, the Phillies playing with the infield in here for Perez. 1-9. That's a strikeout. So out number 2. That brings up Jose Reyes. They're going to play back now, of course. I wish I had a little lip on this table so it wouldn't go everywhere. So 2-7, that is a grounder to second base. And every time I do that, I end up spilling everything all over the place here. Against the righty, that'll be a grounder to second, and that will end the inning as Utley throws to Howard. But 1 run, and they add on and make it 4-0. Mike, the Mets are... on the season series, I believe they are up 5-2 right now. They lost both games in this series so far, though. So, all is okay in the world. And here is J-roll. Bottom of the 6th. Phillies starting to run out of time. They need to put something together against a righty. 4-12. Going to be Big Cat here. 4-9. 4-9 on the infield. I don't know if he gets that. He gets to it. Yes, barely. And the E9, does he make the play? That's a 13 on an E9. And he does. For out number 1. Ryan Howard. 1 for 2 on the day. And that's a 2-5. That's another strikeout. And Pat Burrell. They're getting the 2s on Howard's card, not Burrell's card. Burrell's is much better with the white 2s and a 6-10. Another strikeout for Perez. That's 10, I believe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're going to be able to possibly take him... probably can get him into the 8th, I would say. All right, so top of the 7th, Endy Chavez. Hey, Fred. Let me see. Let me get the sheet in play here. Sorry. Part of the problem is when my gut hits the thing whenever I drop these dice. Chavez against a lefty 4-5. Grounder to Rollins. That's a good place to go with a grounder. It's going to be a 1, so it's a tough play for him, but he's going to, unless he errs, he'll make it, and he will. 6-3. It's the scoring on that. 1 out. As Rollins is a 1E8. So the E rate numbers on that are 16, 17, 18. So David Wright, 1-6. He's going to pick up a walk. So 4-run lead isn't too much. Oh, boy, potential pickoff, though. 1-6. He'll get picked off. If it's 7-20 and it's a 12, he is picked off. So anyway, he was on a walk. I figured let's try to have him steal, and instead the pickoff roll comes. So 5-6 batting from the left, and that'll be a grounder to second. Utley makes the play, and so 3 up and not quite 3 down, but the pickoff essentially does the same. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th with the score of the Mets 4 and the Phillies 0, as we have the 7th inning stretch, and I will not croon for you. The Phillies have to get some other bullpen action up. They're going to have Romero get ready, the lefty. The Mets are going to have, let's see, Scott Schoenweiss warming up. So here we go. Pedro Feliz, bottom of the 7th, being shut out by the Mets here. And against a lefty 312 grounder to Damian Easley, and he makes the easy out. One down, Shane Victorino. And he is hit by the pitch, so a base runner. Well, he's going to see if he can get a lead here. It's a 6, so he doesn't get a good lead. He'll hang on there for Carlos Ruiz. 6-6 against a righty. That is a strikeout. 12 strikeouts for Perez. And the pitcher spot, the Phillies will have to have So Taguchi take his crack at Perez. So here's Taguchi. And a 110 is a strikeout. Or no, it's a grounder to second. Still the same net effect. Third out. And that's the thing when you go up against a lefty and you throw your throw all your best righties out there, right-handed hitters, you don't really have much of a bench to play with. And that's definitely the case here. So Condrey is out. It'll be J.C. Romero. Pitching the 8th here for the Phillies is going to face Delgado, Easley, and Anderson. So Delgado against the lefty Romero. 6-10, fly ball to Victorino. Tough play. He's a 1-E2. He gets to it. Oh, and he's going to miss, I bet. Oh, that's a 17. Well, today the bad breaks are coming for the Phils, so Victorino E2 and a 17. That is a 2-base error, so E8. That's what you call a bad beat. So here is Easley. He will go ahead and swing away. 3-6, and that's a single. That'll score another run. So on the single 2-star, and that makes it 5-0. Mets have now they will. Now they'll let Marlon Anderson hit away here. And a 3-4, that's a strikeout. That's out number 1. Brian Schneider. 6-7 against the lefty. That's another strikeout. And 2 gone. The pitcher spot, and this time they will pinch hit for Ollie. They're going to go with... Against the lefty, they'll... Since they got a guy on, they'll use Fernando Tatis, who has some pretty good numbers on his card. So here we go. Tatis against Romero. Phillies are just going to ride Romero here. 1-6, and that'll be a strike. And it'll be a fly ball to center that will be caught. So that will end the inning. Lucky that wasn't a 7. If it's a 1-7, oh, there's nobody in scoring position, so never mind. They do get 1 run on 1 hit. The error, costly, plays a big part in that inning. And Perez's day is done. He goes 7 innings. And it'll be Schoenweiss. I always forget that extra E right there. That'll throw you off every time. So here is Jason Worth. 0 for 3 in the top spot in the lineup. That's a 5-9 against a righty, and that'll be a fly ball that will be caught out there by Endy Chavez. One down. Chase Utley. And against a lefty, that'll be a strikeout for Utley. And with 2 outs, J-Roll. Batting from the right side, he'll get a single. And he's going to take second with, they aren't even going to pay attention to him, Ryan Howard with 2 outs. And that is a 5-9 against a lefty, and that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. So, again, no runs with a hit and 1 left. So 5-0. Going to the 9th. The Phillies will use another pitcher. I'll bring Tom Gordon out here to face Reyes, Chavez, and Wright. So here we go. Tom Gordon against Jose Reyes. And batting from the left side, 4-11. That's a grounder to first. That's going to be Howard. 4 and an 8. He will just barely get his glove onto it. Will he be able to accurately toss it? And that's a 15 on an E20. And no, he will not. It's going to go off the tip of the glove of the pitcher, but it's a wild throw, so an E3. And Reyes is aboard. He's going to hold tight there. Endy Chavez. Chavez is going to be bunting here. He's an A bunter, A9. That will be a sacrifice. The catcher. That brings up David Wright. And that's going to be a potential single, 1-14 single. Would move the runner to third. And he gets it. So, first and third with 1 out. Carlos Beltran at the plate. Chance to rake some more runs in here. And a 3-5 is a walk. So he loads the bases. They're going to play with the infield in for Big Cat. I think Big Cat already hit a grand slam off the Phillies earlier this season, if I recall correctly. 5-9 lefty, and that's a double. That's going to score 2 at least. And that's going to basically salt it away for the Mets. In comes Reyes, in comes Wright, Beltran. He'll hold up at third, second and third with 1 away. Damian Easley, Tom Gordon getting rocked here a bit. 1-11. That'll be a fly ball to left B with a question mark. So that'll be Burrell with the -1 arm and Beltran 15, 16, 17. So a 1-16 chance. They're going to throw it home. Delgado is going to have to stay at second, but here we go. 1-16, and he is able to score. Beats the throw. Sack 7 for Easley. Whoops. And another run, 3-run score in the inning. That makes it 9, right? 3, 4, 8. Excuse me, 8-0. Mets bringing home the bacon here. Now 2 outs, runner at second, and against the lefty, 4-9 strikes him out. But that was not a very effective inning there for Gordon. Phillies fans going to the exits. And it's going to be... they're not going to use Schoenweiss. They are going to let him be able to pitch the next game. So... it'll be... who pitched the last game? Armas, Feliciano, and Sanchez. I'll bring in Heilman. Pitch an inning. So, it's Burrell, Felice, and Victorino. to face Aaron Heilman, the righty. And that's going to be a grounder to second. Damian Easley throws over to Delgado for the out. Pedro Feliz. Ballpark home run if that roll goes on Feliz's card. That's kind of been that game for the Phillies. That's going to be a grounder to Reyes. And Reyes throws across the diamond for the out. And Shane Victorino, last chance to keep this game alive on the 8-0. And that's a 4-8 batting from the left side. 1-9 normal home run. He is a weak hitter against righties, so that's a 1-9 single. It's a 6, so there you go. He'll take second on indifference. Let's see if Carlos Ruiz can. They're going to pinch hit for Ruiz with Greg Dobbs. So 2 outs. And against the lefty, 6-10, grounder to short. That's Reyes, 2 E18. 2-1, that's going to be a single. So the game is still going to be alive here. And I believe even on an 18, the 12 is going to be fine. Yep. So, but that will be a single, and that will, let's see, a 2 range. It's not going to score a run. That's just going to allow Victorino to get third. So the pitcher spot coming up, and it'll be Jeff Jenkins getting a swat at this one. So here we go, Jeff Jenkins. 2 outs and a 6-9 against the lefty. That's another grounder to short. Barring another miracle roll, that's a 14. That's going to be fine. And that's going to be a low number. That's going to be made. Play made. That is your ball game. So a shutout for the Mets at Citizens Bank Park as they defeat the Phillies 8-0. As Ali Perez gets the victory and Kyle Kendrick goes 5 innings, but his bullpen couldn't bail him out at all in this one. So as he kept it somewhat close, but then the bullpen just sort of the bullpen gave up 5 runs of their own. So Condrey gave up 1, Romero gave up 1, and Tom Gordon gave up 3 of them. So a trio. So let's see, just trying to get these cards sorted out here. That's going to be your game. I will be right back with a little bit of a wrap-up, so just hang tight, and I'll be right back with some final comments. Phillies lose this one 8-0 to the New York Metropolitans. And so all streaks do eventually come to an end, and the Phillies win streak stops at 8. Mets pull ahead of them by a half a game, 46-42. The Phillies drop to 46-43. So next game, I believe, is probably, let me get the real life lineups here. It's going to take me a second to pull them up. But this game was the game in real life that will be the final game of the series. The Mets won 10-9. Phillies nearly came back. Wagner did close that one out. Well, that one, I'll probably broadcast this one too. I don't know when I'll do it, if it'll be tomorrow night or what. Pedro Martinez on the mound for the Mets in this one. Phillies are going to have Adam Eaton, so another not so great matchup when it comes to, I don't know how well Pedro did in that season. He may have Let me see what his numbers at least. Does it say? 6.86 ERA. He gave up 2 earned runs in that game on 5 1/3 innings pitched. So Eaton got shellacked in that game in real life. So maybe I won't broadcast that one because it could get ugly. But yeah, it's kind of weird that I mean, I've had a couple games that I've broadcast lately that the Phillies have done pretty well in. So you know, this was one that seemed destined to failure from the get-go. Just from, you look at the pitching matchup and not much there to have hope for with the Phillies. But see, the player of the game for the Mets would have to be, well, we'll make it Carlos Delgado. He scores 3 runs, 2 for 3. And he even got on the third at bat that he didn't get a hit. He reached on a 2-base error by Shane Victorino. So scores 3 times, 2 doubles. He drives in 2 runs, it looks like, in the process. So pretty good outing there for him. As I don't know. I don't see anybody else there that really stands out any more than him. So I'll wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you could hit the like button on your screen to support our channel. I'd also just like to mention that I think Tabletop Earl may be taking a short hiatus. He's had a he's kind of had a personal thing go on here just in the last day or so, and I think you probably won't see him on the channel. I don't know if you will or not. It's up to him, obviously, but don't be surprised if he doesn't roll any games today at the very least, as he has a situation that is pretty tough for him right now. So I want to respect his privacy on that, but just to let everybody know what's going on. But if you could like I said, if you could like the video here, and if you want to see more of our videos, and I wish this would tilt a little differently because I feel like that's a little better. I just have to bend down. If you want to get notified as soon as our videos are coming online, when we either when we upload them, if we do them offline, or if we stream them, you'll get notifications if you subscribe to the channel, Tabletop Baseball Plus. So if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Again, liking the videos helps too, and spread the word if you have a chance. We also have a Facebook group, Tabletop Baseball Plus. Go check it out. Lots of good discussion there about all games, not just Stratomatic, but ATBA, Payoff Pitch, the History Maker Baseball, and other sports as well. So we're not real exclusive to any one game. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching, everybody. Phillies lose 8-0, get shut out by those Mets. See you next time here on the channel. And for Tabletop Earl, this is Tenacious Earl wishing you all a good Sunday, and God bless. Enjoy your tabletop games.